Hello everyone, my name is Anwesa and today we will discuss about growth, development and the major differences between them. Before jumping into the difference, let's understand what is growth and what is development. Growth and development often refer as synonymous terms, but they are not. Their meanings are totally different in literal sense as well as biological sense as well. Let's see first what is growth. Growth is something where changes occur in quantitative mode. That is, quantitative means something which we can measure. For example, the increase in height, increase in weight, increase in body structure, changes in body structure of a person. That is called growth. These all things we can measure. We can measure in humans, right? But what about plants? They doesn't show an increase in weight. So can we say that plant doesn't grow? Is it correct to say that plant doesn't grow? No, a plant grows. A plant grows to tree. When we plant a seed, the root system develops first, the shoot system develops next. The shoot system then develops to a plant, or we can say the stem. The stem then develops its leaves. The leaves then branches. Branches does not occur at plant stage, but however it occurs when the plant is growing to become a tree. Growth may be slow or rapid. Let's see where the growth is rapid and where it is slow. Slow growth is what can be a better example of slow growth than a tree itself? When we see a plant, does it become a tree in 2 days? No, its growth is very slow as compared to human beings. It may take up to years to form a tree, but it does not. But it is not the same in case of humans. However, humans growth may be rapid or slow in case of humans. We see two types. Okay, when the baby is born, we can see his first 2 years of life, the growth is 50%. In the 2 years only itself, he grows 50%. That is, he increases his height, increases his weight rapidly up to 2 years. But after 2 years to puberty, growth is very slow. We can say that we can see hardly any changes in between these years. Puberty is something which is attained at the age of 10 to 12 years. Maximum is 12 years in boys and 10 to 12 years in girls. Okay. After puberty, the growth appears again. That is, body structure changes. We can see rapid changes in the body. However, the rate of growth is not the same in every human. That is, we can say that a certain person has grown very fast, a certain person has grown very slow. Okay, so their rate of growth may vary, but it is sequential. That is, when a person is born, he or she first increases his height, then weight, then etc. The pattern, direction and distribution is same. Is not same, we can say it is common to everyone. Now let's see what is development. Development is qualitative as well as quantitative. Not quantitative, is qualitative and in behavior and attitude. The changes when we see a person has developed, we can say that if person has developed its emotional intelligence. It occurs after certain age, right? It's not acquired from birth. Development is influenced by environmental conditions. Environmental condition is not that outside climate. No, it's the surroundings. Here environment condition is the surroundings. A development of a person is influenced by surrounding. How a person is influenced by other people. If a person is surrounded by people who are angry, he or she is mostly like to develop anger issues. Okay, this is the major difference between growth and development. Growth is not influenced by others. A person can grow his own. Your mother, your father, or anyone else does not play any role in growth. But yeah, development, external factors influence it. And development occurs at each and every step, it does not stop at certain age. For example, when we are in the gestation stage or when we are in the infant stage, we can sorry, when an infant is in the womb, when a fetus is in the womb, we can say his organs start to develop at the gestation period itself. But after birth, we can say that hands or limbs development stop. Limbs development stop. They don't grow. They grow. The development stops there. And after certain age, the development again continues. So, development is a continuous process after puberty, but growth stops at certain age. For example, at 21, maximum 21, the height of a and again point, development is predictable. That is, we can say a 15-month-old child will learn to walk by its own, can learn to walk by its own. We can predict that after 15 months, a child may start walking. However, this may vary. Every person is different, so it may vary in person to person. Development is often influenced by maturation. If a person is not that much matured enough, we can't say that it has developed certain things, which involves emotional maturity, emotional intelligence. However, there is individual differences. When a person is chronically ill, the motor development occurs late. For example, the development of height is not same in every person. Height is something which is influenced by growth hormone. When a person secretes more growth hormone, that is in a large quantity, we can see gigantism in that person. Gigantism is something which in a condition whose height increases a lot, and there are some people we can see in our surroundings also that we see some dwarfs. What happens in case of them? The growth hormone is secreted in a small quantity. That's why their height is developed less. Since I said in the first of development that it is influenced by environmental conditions, that is external factors, development is also influenced by heredity. What is heredity? Some characters which are inherited from generation to generation, from person to person, that is from your mother, father to you. We can say that height is hereditary. If a person's father is tall, mother is tall, then it's most likely to be the fact that their children will be tall. Also, development is influenced by maternal health as well. When a child is in mother's womb, we call it a fetus. Okay. So the fetal health is influenced by mother's health because the connection between mother and the fetus is through placenta. So through placenta, the fetus derive its nutrition from mother's placenta. So the maternal health here plays a very important role. If in gestation a mother consumes something like alcohol or any other drugs that affects the fetus in the womb itself, then it may be likely to be that after birth also the person will be affected. For example, when a female is pregnant, it is often advised not to consume alcohol because it affects the mental health of the baby in there. And other medicines are also advised to avoid. For example, thalidomide, it contains something which research says that if a mother consumes thalidomide, there is a possible chance of slow development of limbs in his or her baby, in her baby. That is, limbs may not grow. So it is advised to avoid it. See, growth is totally influenced by the external factor, that is maternal health, the surroundings, but growth is not. Now let's understand what are the major differences between them. Growth we can see in physical sense, but development is physical also, mental also, psychological, that is. Development occurs when the Overall changes occur in shape, size, structure, quality, character. These are called the changes. These are called development. But in growth, there is physical. It is physical sense. It's mostly physical sense. It's mostly physical. That is increase in height, length, size, weight. It is quantitative aspects. That is, these things can be measured. Next, growth is a part of development process and development is part of growth. I said it in the beginning only. And next, growth describes the changes that take place in particular aspects of body and behavior. Whereas development is the changes in the organism as a whole and does not list the changes in parts. That is, when development occurs, it's a whole development. It doesn't occur in parts, but growth occurs in parts. For example, in some part. That is, height increases in parts. First, it is, let's say it has grown up to x centimeter, then x plus 2, then x plus 3. It's in parts, but a development is not in part. Next, it does not continue throughout the life. Which one? Growth. Growth does not continue throughout the life. Since I have said in the first only that at certain age growth stops. Let's say height. Height increases until a certain age. It then stops. But development doesn't. It's a continuous process. Even a old 60-year-old also show development. That is, his or her behavior changes, his or her emotional needs changes. Growth stops when the maturity is attained. Growth, that is same point only, that height one, okay? But development doesn't stop when maturity is attained. However, when maturity is attained, development starts in a more rapid way. That is, small changes we can see, but it is continuous ones. For example, after attaining puberty, the body structure of a female changes. Yes, that is the perfect example of development. Next, growth can be measured and development cannot be measured. That is, it implies improvement in functioning and behavior, hence it is difficult to measure. I said that development is the changes in emotional maturity. Can we measure that? No, since it is immeasurable. But in the other hand, growth is measurable. Thank you.